Right, good evening, welcome back to VP4TV. We're here for Friday Night 9 Ball. The bigger question is who is going to be man enough to try and stop Spectre Dawn winning this thing 4 times in a row? Well, I'm afraid there's not many of them. Slim has just arrived, so he's signed up. But I don't think we've got double figures yet in the tournament. Let's have a look. Well, we might have. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is about the same as the last couple of weeks. We've got Slim in, obviously Spectre Dawn, going for 4 in a row this week. Miasma, Larry, Jez, Dev, Gunnit, DJ Redo, Coldest Pillow, Brainflow, and Bankster, and that's probably going to be it because we are. Well, we've got 4 minutes left. Stubbs sending me crap. I'm just going to shut that down. We've got 4 minutes left, so there's still maybe a chance for another 1 or 2. Just a sec. I thought there'd be loads of people up for this. Anyway, I don't know how many are watching tonight because I'm back on XSplit Gamecaster rather than Broadcaster with all the sort of bells and whistles. So I don't know how many's watching. I don't see anybody in Twitch because that's where I'm monitoring it on my phone. I don't know how many's on YouTube, if there's any there, but anyway, if there is anybody there, welcome. Bad Luck Friday. Well, I think it's getting to the stage where I might even have to enter this myself to try and stop Spectre Dawn. And, he's going for 4 in a row and there's not many people up to the task. I thought they'd be queuing up to get in and try and take him out, especially when you consider a lot of folk are going to get a decent handicap against them. The thing is will they be good enough to use it? That's the problem. Anyway, it's probably it for the night. We've got 2 minutes left. I don't hold out much hope for many more. Quick check there. How many's left still? 6 spots, so we've still got 10 in. That's what it's been round about the last 2 or 3 weeks. Struggling to get to double figures. So there are a number of players who are capable of taking Spectre Dawn down. The way to do it though is not only to use the advantage of whatever handicap you're getting, but not to make any mistakes. Oh, it's Friday the 13th, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about the day. I remember the other week there I was talking about, I'd been watching the old episodes of Kojak that's been on the TV in the afternoon over here. I was watching an episode tonight as I was at my dinner and I was talking about the famous people that have appeared in episodes of Kojak that you probably didn't know at the time, or they probably weren't anywhere near as famous. Well, tonight, in the episode I watched, it was Christopher Walken that was in it. He was a bad guy, and he was in that. So that was like, 1975 that was made. And that was long before he really hit the big time. And there's a lot more have appeared in it. But he was one of them that popped up tonight. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. Well, are you going to be good enough to take Spectre Dawn down? That's the question I'm asking. Right, so the rooms will be going up. We're at the top of the hour. One final look here. Event is now active, so the bracket's up. So let's have a quick look and see where we're going. One Pocket Slim against Larry. there's a good start. DJ Ruder gets a bye. Gunnett gets a bye. Coldest Pillow with Bankster. Oh, there's a dangerous one for Coldest Pillow right off the bat. Miasma gets a bye. Eloquente and Brainful out, and Spectre Dawn gets a bye, and Jezdev gets a bye. So Spectre Dawn's going to be playing his second round match, and we've got Slim and Larry at the top of the bracket. No prizes for guessing where we're going. We're getting right in there, and we're waiting on both players arriving. Welcome to Miasma. Well, here we go. Both players are in. One Pocket Slim on the right hand side. Lag for the break. Race to 7. And Larry is player 2 and he's getting a 7 ball. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. I bought that game, Kanga. I know it's only in early access. I bought it, and it's this space game. It's quite janky, as they say. You know, there's obviously bugs in it and things like that, but it's a space game where you've only got your own solar system. You've got the real solar system, as far as I know. You don't go any further than that, but you've got various missions throughout the solar system and stuff. I just got it installed, and straight off the bat, I've got a problem where you're asked to do 3 or 4 things, and one of them is to do a flight on your jetpack. Now, where it leaves you, or where it asks you to start this thing, you can't get the jetpack to us. So what's the first thing I did? I googled it, and lo and behold, there's somebody on Steam who's got the game and says, I can't get the bloody jetpack to work. Well, you don't get it to work where you're standing. You have to actually walk down the hallway, apparently. So I'll try that tomorrow when I test it, because I was exactly the same as that poor person. I couldn't get anything to work. Well, I'll probably stream a bit of this Kanga and let you see it. I mean, there are videos up there, and most of the people are you know, straight off the bat, they're just trying to work out what it's all about. What I don't like about it is that the instruction text is far too small, and I can't see anywhere to actually increase it on the screen. You know how a lot of games now you can increase the UI display for people who don't have the best of vision, and that's one thing I can't seem to find in the game, how to increase the text size in the bloody screen. So I've got to sit and lean right in and look. Anyway, more about that some other time. First rack in the board for One Pocket Slim, so a good start for him. Two ball goes in, and this table is sitting very nicely, and he's sitting very nicely on the 1. So let's really be honest here. It'll be a big fail if Slim can't get out here with this table. Well, the one thing I'm finding is that my attention span for games has gone downhill. I mean, you know, I don't in fact, it's sitting in one position for any length of time, and you know, trying to concentrate. There's a difference between sitting here and commentating VP4 and actually trying to play a game and focus on what you're doing, or whatever game it is. And I think part of my problem I've found is that over the last 10 years, working the hours that I'm working, and in particular, you know, been up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then coming home and wanting to have a nap in the afternoon because I'm so tired, that's going to scratch. I then find that if I go and I try and pass some time playing a game, I'm falling asleep in front of the computer anyway. You know, it's not the first time I've actually just sat there and paused the game and wandered off. Just laid back in my chair and fallen asleep, and I had a nap for 20 minutes. And that's probably why I can't be anywhere near consistent in VP4 as well now. But it's not. I think it's more to do with the working hours that I'm doing, and that I'm probably not getting enough sleep as well. That's all playing its part, because sleep deprivation 100% affects your concentration, or your ability to concentrate for any lengthy period of time, because your brain's in another, you know, it's in another place. It wants to get to sleep. It needs rest. But you're overriding your brain by actually forcing yourself to stay awake. There's rarely a day goes by now where I don't go home. I'll have a cup of coffee and a snack. I don't want to have a big feed when I get home, because I'm getting home like most days, like, you know, late morning or early afternoon, and I don't want to have a great big lunch. I just want to have a snack or something. And, you know, within 10 minutes of finishing that, regardless of whatever I'm watching the TV, I'm out. I'm out like a light for maybe an hour, and then I'll feel better. So Slim back into the lead. And this looks dry. 3-ball was looking as if it wanted to go. But Larry's got a table that he's going to have to duck with, and that's pretty well done. Although, has he got that so tight that Slim can't kick off the long rail there? I think he can get to that. I think he can. Well, he can certainly get to it that way. Now, if he tries to kick it this way, there's a chance that 1-ball would get off the 3. Well, that looks pretty safe to me. That was well done. Good cut. Now Larry's got to follow it all through now. Again, this is just a table that you're only really going to do a real proper blunder here to make a mess of this rack. Now, the first thing he has to do here is get out of there off that 3-ball and get high enough into the table for the 4. I mean, if you overhit it, fine, but you don't want to underhit it. And now, that 5-ball will go past the 9. You can certainly cheat the pocket. You could even try and get up the table, but the problem is that 8-ball could be in the way of that. So the simplest shot is just to go forward and come across here for this 5. But it doesn't look as if he's doing that right now. Well, this is too heavy. That's way too heavy. He didn't want to be there. He wanted to be sort of there so he could just hold the cue ball for the 6. And suddenly, what looked like a fairly, well, simple enough until you got to the 5 ball, suddenly it's a lot more difficult, and he's cheated the pocket as much as he could, and he's still got a dodgy 6 ball. Do you know what days DJ Simon comes on, VP? Well, he'll come on. He doesn't come on at all. That's the answer to that. He'll only come on if I send him a message that there's, you know, VP4s went pear-shaped. He doesn't really come in. He's not got any set times he'll come in. In fact, you'll be lucky to see him in the evening as well. I mean, I don't see him at all any time I'm here in the evening. Before I go to bed, I never see him. He'll occasionally drop in, but he's, you know, he's not predictable. Let's put it that way. But you're, at the end of the day, what you don't need to ask when he's coming in. You need to send a proposal. That's what you need to do. So if you're due to play him, don't worry about whether he's going to be in the lobby. Just send him a proposal. That stops any arsing about and hanging about and waiting to see Simon, and then of course you get too close to the deadline and then times aren't suitable. This is why I'm saying get your proposal sent out early, and then you can come and go in terms of the times. Well, you see, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know, he could be out with the family or whatever. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't a clue, but if he checks his messages, he'll see the proposal. Anyway, Larry failed on that 6 ball, and that's given Slim the chance to widen the gap. But it all came about because he never got as good as he should have done on that 5 ball. Admittedly, he got the pot, but having to play that dodgy cut in the 5 ball didn't get him ideal on the 6. The 6 could have been a lot easier. And meanwhile, Slim has the 6 ball on the break. Well, it's all about how he finishes on this 4 ball, because from the 4 to the 5 is going to be the critical shot. There could be a strong chance he might be bumping that 7 in the process. Now, that 5 goes through the gap though as well. So it does. It does go through the gap. So he's going to draw around the 2 rails. That's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, that's ideal. So Slim is going to have a comfortable lead. And Larry's got a lot of work to do. If he gets a chance, that is. I still have not used my my bus pass yet. I still haven't used it. And I've decided that I will use it on, I think is it the 2nd week in October I've got off. I've got a week off then, and I'll definitely use it then. I'm going to go to Glasgow and maybe nip across to Edinburgh. That's what I'll do. But probably better doing it in my week off. Well, 4 ball and 9 ball aren't set. They're nowhere near set. And Slim's, he's got not much of an angle. He'd have to slam this big time if he was ever going to try and somehow roll into those two balls. He'd be really lucky if he get anything substantial on them. He's too straight. I think the other problem is that side pocket's in the way if you're slamming this. Let's have a look. Well, he's going to draw off it. Yeah, that was... Well, it's a good effort, and regardless of what happens, he'll have Larry in trouble here, I would think. I can't believe he's going to try some kind of combo in this, is he? It's far easier just to stick Larry in the 9-ball. Well, what he has done is he's given Larry a chance, and Larry shouldn't be getting this opportunity. Slim's just too generous. He should have nailed him there, because the one thing you don't want to do is do anything that gives some sort of encouragement or opportunity for your opponent to get back in this. Well, that's not worked out, but the bank is certainly on, and this bank has to go because the 6 is going to have to be a 6-7 combo. But now that needs to hold up, and suddenly this has become difficult. Anywhere but there. Now, does he think he can just sliver this in with a billiard? No. He's got the 6-ball too thick. Well, at least Slim is good. You know, Slim's going to have to think something out here. Bank into the middle, or big cut up the table. Cue ball's running towards the 7 though. Well, that's going to seal the deal now. All too easy now for Larry. But like I said, going back to that 9-ball where Slim had a chance to stick Larry on it and he didn't do it. Let's see if Slim lives to regret that, because you know, in doing what he did, he just let Larry stay in the rack. And that's a lesson to be learned. That if you have them down, you keep them down. So into rack number 7, and Larry's break is bone dry. And that 1-ball, yeah, the 1-ball does cut, but obviously the 4 and 5 are dead in the water where they're sitting. And 9-ball just waiting to be nudged in. Well, I wonder whether Slim had a go at that there. Oh, good evening to Semi Plonker. Well, whoever gets the 2 and 3 ball obviously are going to have to deal with the 4 and 5. Well, the 3 ball's not exactly sitting in a great position. The problem is the 7 and the 6 ball, that's the problem. But the way Larry's got himself on this, he's got a chance. That's pretty good. That is pretty good to draw into these. Oh dear, but he's not got a roll. Well, these are these wee touchy shots that catch Larry out. And he's going to leave a cut on here again. He's hitting that far too heavy. I mean, you know, that should have been finishing like there, that cue ball. You know, to only leave some of the 4 ball exposed. He's hit it far too heavy and he's left a cut in the 4. And that's, you know, the touch is no good for that shot, Larry. Do you guys already know who is that player with the plonker in his name? Aye, of course we know. It was semi-pro. Well, good afternoon to Bill. We exposed him, if you pardon the expression, or he exposed himself. Oh, God, what a carry on. Well, there's a mistake from Slim. Larry Breeze again. Well, he confessed on his YouTube channel. He was going psychotic through the process of actually trying to kid us all on that it wasn't him. And eventually it drove himself nuts and he came out. A full confession. He was as, put it this way, he was as guilty as bloody O.J. Simpson. Right, where have we got to now? Well, we've got Larry back within one. Oh, you love the drama, semi-pro. That's the whole thing about it. You love the drama. Yeah, you definitely love that. I presume that was a push out. So, well. Oh, this is going to nudge the 7. I think that's okay though. Yeah, nothing goes. Now this is a very dodgy shot. I think Larry's trying here, is he? Yeah, well that's not worked. Whatever the hell he was trying. I have no clue what he was trying there. Anybody got an idea they can tell me? Well, Slim looks as if he's going to open up this gap. Spectre Dawn, as usual, a blistering start. First result in, as far as I can see. A 7-1 win against Jezdev. Yeah, there are not enough people up to the task of trying to stop Spectre Dawn winning this 4 times in a row now. This will be 4 times in a row tonight unless somebody here can actually stop him. Two ball. 1 ball on. 3 balls just a wee bit tricky because he's got to hit this 1 ball so it gets to the pocket, so the cue ball's going to have to go 2 rails and he needs to get past the 8 ball, which he has done. So that's the most obvious place it could have went wrong there. He's dealt with that, and now again same thing with this 5 ball. Got to do everything to avoid that 7 ball coming into the picture. And that'll do as well. Now, what does he do here? Does he just dink this in for the 6 into the side here past the 8 ball? Or does he start doing acrobatics with the cue ball? He's going to run it 3 rails, I think. Well, that's not a bad little nudge onto the 9. Well, I would have thought you're the one that should be pleased, semi-pro. I mean, bottling out of the 8 ball tournament. I mean, yeah, I think, I'll be honest with you, I think you're the one that wants to create the drama for yourself. You should have took my advice, change your name back to who you were, because we know who you are anyway, stayed in the tournament and got on with it. That's what you should have done. That's a simple thing. You're prolonging the drama by all this pissing about DQing yourself. Bloody pointless. Why enter the bloody thing in the first place? That's what I would have said. Well, that was short and sweet. So Slim comfortably through as well. 7 racks to 3. And let's do an update here with this damn thing. There we are. Right, so that match is just about to update. We'll have Slim against DG Redo. Larry's now over on the 1-loss side. We've got, alright, we're going to have to get into that. Who can we jinx in here first of all? Well, we've got Bankster on a very, very dangerous 5 ball as a handicap ball. Coldest Pillow still with a slender lead. Well, now a test of Banker's, I'll say that again, a test of Bankster's sensibilities here, because I don't think the 3 ball goes. Right, so he should be looking to, he's going to go the other way. See, you know, he's sticking his neck out too far there. You've got to know when to leave things well alone. You know, the odds in that were not great. And he's done the cardinal sin and given Coldest Pillow a chance. And this will get rid of the, well, once the 4 ball goes in, it'll get rid of Bankster's money ball. And his odds in getting back into this rack are sort of dwindling fast. So Bankster should have had Coldest Pillow in trouble. Decided, like far too many people, going all out for stuff that's just the percentage odds weren't in your favour on that cut shot. And this is going to be the penalty he's paying for it. Same old, same old. You got to know when to wind it in. You take the risk, you get it, you're a hero. But with the odds like that, you take the risk and you don't get it, you gift up. A fairly straightforward out for your opponent. And it also puts your opponent on the hill. So backs to the wall now for Bankster. Now that 4 ball going to get there. And the 1 ball is very much on, and he's going to check this up with left English. Just watch the pace, he's okay. 3 ball goes past the 9, and this should be game, set, match. So there's the price that you pay for the one wrong choice, sticking your neck out that bit too far when you had a good opportunity to play a decent safety. He goes for one shot too many where the odds weren't especially good, and it's going to cost him the match in the end. And that's where you live or die by your shot choice, your shot decision, whether you should take something on or not. Now, he's got to be careful with this though, Coldest Pillow. Got to watch how far this cue ball's travelling here. And that's pretty good, that's well judged. Well, that's not especially good, but I think he's straight enough that he can just hold it. He's not in danger of the scratch, he's fine. Well, there you go, Bankster. There's a lesson to be learned there. And not listening to your own conscience and actually playing the safety shot when you know you should have, and end up losing the match because of it. He never got another shot after that. So, Coldest Pillow, 7-4 win for him. Bankster moves over to the one-loss side where he'll probably be even more dangerous. So right, here we go. We've got Eloquenti at 4 apiece with Brainful out. Let's jump into that. And this match is a scratch match. No handicaps. Now, if that 9 ball wasn't there, there's a chance that 8 ball would bank. Well, the 3 ball's gone in. And you can see the 4. Yeah, I think that 8 ball would have banked up and down the table there if that 9 ball wasn't there, but the 3 ball ended up going in as well. That's not a great shot. Well, suddenly this is gotten difficult straight away here. This is a blind pocket cut, and he's trying to use that 8 ball as cover, and he's got it, but there's loads of room to jump over that 8. I think the problem with this is jumping too far over this 8 ball and going over the back end of the 5. No, he's played it well enough. So high enough with the cue ball, and that'll do. Always better to be too high up the table than not enough. It's a simple rule. Well, Gunnett's been around. Well, that almost decided not to drop. Is Gunnett actually here because some of these people are not the most reliable people in the world when they sign up to this tournament. Well, that's now. I was going to say the 3 and 4 tied up, but in fact, that looks still awkward where the 3's sitting. I don't think you can really get enough of that maybe to pot it. And I think he's got too much angle in the 2 to thin this in and put right English in the cue ball and try and spin into that 3. He's trying it, but he could end up overcutting the two because of it. Well, you see, the commentator's eye was right again. That was the problem with that line. With the too high an angle on the two ball, with putting the right hand English on it, you can always end up overcutting the two ball and, you know, to make the hit, which he did get the hit, although he's not really improved it a great deal. And Eloquente banks the two, but scratches with the cue ball. And that's given Brainful Out now an opportunity, although he's going to have to play this into the other side pocket because I don't think he can get much room anywhere else. Can he get the cue ball in there? Yes, he can. He's been around for a while, Gunnett. He doesn't. He's one of these players that shows up now and again. He's not a regular all the time, but he drops in now and again. Well, cue ball's gone south again. This time it's Brainful Out, so Eloquente has been gifted a free out here. That's a bad shot. That was slammed all over the place. Not a good example of how you should be playing a shot there by Eloquente. All he had to do was pot 4 balls. And he's a bit lucky he's left the table like this. I mean, this will still cut in this 7 ball, I think, into the side. But the cue ball's... Well, if it misses the 9, it might... Well, he's played the combo. That'll work. Watch the cue ball, though. Oh! Brainful Out. Almost choked there. But he's ended up in the hill. But he really shouldn't have been having a go there. That was really poor from Eloquente. But Brainful Out, looking for the follow-up. Doesn't get it. Comes up dry. Oh, what a cut that was. Yeah, see, Eloquente's one of these. I mean, there he's fluked to 3. He's one of these players that will just go for stuff with no real idea where he's going at the end of the day. That's one of these ones that you get every now and again. Giving everything a slam. And then folk will say, well, as long as he's enjoying himself. Well, I wouldn't get any enjoyment doing that, but that's the sort of level some folk want to be content to play at. You know, it bugs me when I see people doing stuff like that. It does bug me, and I rant on about it and on about it. I mean, for goodness sake, if you watch enough VP4, you should be able to absorb some information. But some folk just don't want to take their game to that next level. And Brainful Out doesn't want to pot any balls. Well, that's going to be a gift for Brainful Out here. Ball in hand, ball doesn't get to a rail. Well, I've got to leave that angle But I would leave the cue ball right there where the 6 ball is. Now I see that's gone, well, he's actually gone inside it. He's gone inside it. Yeah, watch he doesn't overcut this too soon, he'll catch the knuckle. Well, you know, Eloquentes is somebody who, if the table's nice and open and there's not a lot, this is where you can get away with it a lot of times in 9 ball. If you can pot a ball now and again, yes, but if you're just banging at balls more often than not, you're not going to get very far. But like I say, some players want to get better, others, they're only ever going to get to a certain level. So, Brainful out overcomes that hurdle by 7 racks to 4. Time to catch up. We've got Spectre Dawn having won his match, which was a bye for the pair of them. Spectre Dawn and Jesdev having won that, he's already sitting there. And he's going to have another wait, because now we've got Brainful out in round 2 against Miasma. We've got Coldest Pillow 2-0 up against Gunnet, but Gunnet's getting 5 and out, so clearly Gunnet's got everything to his advantage, but you know, if he's not going to take any opportunities, he's got 5 and out, he should be getting racks off a Coldest Pillow. If we look at the one-loss side, we've got Larry, who's already 2-1 down to Jesdev, and Jesdev's getting 7 and out, so Larry is looking at an early exit here. Let's nip in. Well, this is going to be the problem shot right here. He looks as if he's reversing this down or up the rail into the corner. Well, I think that's what he tried, but he's not got the line. Now, can Larry cut that and play the 7 into the same pocket? No, he can't. So Larry's got a problem. Problem is that the angle he's got in this 6 ball. He could play this with right English and play a bump. Yeah, he's played a bump hoping to get a lucky roll, and that's not bad. It could have finished worse. He'll take that. Now he's just got to get them all in the hole. So 2 apiece. Where's the follow-up for Larry with this break? Let's see. Well, 2 ball managed to find its way. And not great on the 1. 8 ball's the blocker there. And the 3 ball, of course, dead in the rail. Not set as a combo. That's the least of his problems. This 1 ball is a thin cut into that right side. Well, is he going to take this on, or is he going to try and duck? Because where he's sitting, he's got to spin this up to have some sort of shot in the 4. And it's got the legs, that's very well played, but look at what he's left. It just goes from bad to worse. And this table, there's not a problem left in the table. If I'll say that again, if Jesdev gets back to the table, that is. And that's what Larry could have done without. He's got the pot, a good enough pot, but ended up bumping the 7. But he's got the cover. Well, Jesdev, if he's going to jump this, he might as well go all out for the bank. Because you can jump this and make that 5 as a bank into that left side pocket. I mean, it's not just a case of trying to hit it, but I think he's a bit like me. No idea how to really play a good bank jump shot. And in the end, well, I think you just hope that rolled to the long rail on the left there, but he never had the pace in it. So that's made Larry's life easy in this rack. And he's got the angle on the 7. Now all you do is get this cue ball over by the 9 ball. It's, you know, just let it roll over there like that, and you're well out of trouble. Well, I think if you intend on staying on later in this tournament, Larry, you want to try and see if you can get this follow-up rack here, because you might need that later on. I think it was it Larry and Spectre Dawn in the final last week? I can't remember. Good evening to Bedhead. This is Spectre Dawn going for 4 Friday night 9 balls in a row this week, and you weren't there to stop him. And not really many other people had enough bottle to actually get into the tournament and try and stop him. Well, the 2-8 combo is going to have to be it. 5 balls tucked away behind the 7, so right now the odds are not great for Larry getting out of here. And likewise for Jesdev, they're not great either. So Larry's just trying to duck for cover. Well, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, if you want to, you can cut the 2 in, but not a lot else on. Although if you finish half decent somewhere on this 4, you might be able to get the cue ball moving. But Jesdev went all out for the bank, squeezed it in off the back of the 4. I think he's too straight in this 4. Let's have a look. Well, I think, well, if he puts it into the right hand side, I think he can get into this. Well, he hasn't spun it up. He had to spin that up. I think if he'd cheated that pocket and got a load of right on it, he could have slammed to that and maybe got across to it, but I think I'd have been trying that. I'd have been trying to cheat the pocket a bit to make the angle, and then getting a good bit of right English on that to try and spin it around the 2 rails across, but at least he's not left anything simple for Larry. Larry's trying to find the gap in the line to at least get the hit in this 5 ball. If he doesn't, we could be going all the way, and that ain't going to make it. He's found the only... Trust Larry to find a gap right through between the 5 and the 7. And Jesdev just needs this 6. And then the 7 ball to go all the way. I've just noticed something there. That 8 ball is semi-pro's 8 ball symbol in his profile pic, isn't it? Now that it just dawned on me looking at that. That's like part of the imagery in semi-pro's profile pic. Anyway, final rack decider. Jezdev breaks off. 2 ball has gone. 3 ball. Well, it will drop into the side. Not the 3 ball. 1 ball will drop into the side. The problem is the 3 ball's next, and he might be able to squeeze through that gap. Oh, he's played the bank. I thought he was going to. If he'd played the cut there, he might have been able to just drop through the gap and come around it out for that 3. It was a bit sort of touch and go whether he would be able to get through the gap, but anyway, he went for the bank. And again, Larry's got nothing simple. But if he gets this 1 ball and gets a sight in that 3, he'll have a good chance to run this out, but he's way off the mark. Now, how's that sitting? Well, he'll take that. Jezdev can't see enough of the 1 ball to cut that in. But that's a good enough safety. Just an edge in the 1 ball showing, so there's not a lot Larry can do here, but that wasn't the best of shots in the world. That's an example of what not to do. He got it far too thin, caught a big chunk of the 8 ball, and just set the 1 ball up. Well, this is a critical point in this rack here. And he hasn't found a line for the cut in the 3. Larry lives again, but he's going to have to try and jump over the edge of this 5. But that's, well, it's not that tight. I think he's got enough room to jump over the edge of it. And 1 pocket slim marches on against DJ Redo. Now it says there, again I can't see this because I've got the little information in the middle of the screen, but I'm assuming the Coldest Pillows won. Did Gunnett just quit before the end of the match? I don't know. Maybe Coldest Pillow will tell us what happened. Or he just doesn't know how to resign the match or whatever, I haven't a clue. Or he maybe get disconnected and timed out, who are we to know? But anyway, here's Larry with his opportunity. So this is just going to, well, he's too straight in this, so he can only really just kill it. He can't really get enough to get the cue ball right out of there, but that's perfect as far as the angle goes. Now he wants to be careful here that he somehow doesn't. I don't think he's going to collide with the 8. No, he's fine, because he could have easily collided with that 8 and blocked himself off with the 6. Any strange things can happen. But the angle was reasonable enough he could avoid that. Well, what do I keep saying? Overhit this and get up the table, but don't underhit it. That is a simple rule in this situation. Get yourself high enough. Don't scratch the side pocket, whatever you do. That's the other part of the rule. Or did you just quit? So Larry survives unless he has a complete malfunction here in this 9 ball. And he lives on to fight another match. So well done to Larry. Let's have a quick update here and see where we stand. We saw that result coming through from Slim, so now it's Slim against Coldest Pillow. We've got Spectre Dawn still sitting there in round 3 waiting on the result of Miasma and Brainfall, and I think he might have a wee while to wait because it's only 2-1 to Brainfall at the moment. So we're going to go in and see if we can jinx Coldest Pillow in that match with 1 pocket Slim. And I'll have a quick drink while we're waiting to get in. Hopefully I can get in. Maybe they're lagging off, I don't know. Yes, they were. And Slim has won the lag. And it's no handicap, scratch match, and straight away a dry break for Slim. Well, this table, as long as you can avoid the bump on the 8 ball and get up high enough in the 2, there's not really a problem. Now, it could be crazy here and try and bump the 9 and 4 to free the 4 up more, but you don't need to. The 4 is available. He's got himself a bit straight in this 3. I think he's just inside, so he's fine. He can come out the back of the 7, or he can just stun it across above the 7. The only problem with this shot is getting dead straight, but you can bail out by just drawing straight back. The 5's going into the side. So this is a good start for Cold as Pillow. Slim coming up dry with the break and leaving a pretty good table to run out. This is what you have to do, given the opportunity. And that nudge there on the 7 was not required. And suddenly, it's not quite as straightforward. And this is what happens when you've got a table that's very good and you do something like hit a ball when you shouldn't be hitting a ball. And you end up like this. And there you go, folks. There's a perfect example in that rack of a table that was extremely good and how to muck it up. And the one thing you do in a table like that is you don't run into any balls, because you don't need to. There's nothing needs to be bumped, and if you know you're going to bump into a ball like that, you've no guaranteed certainty you're going to have a shot. And although Cold as Pillow did have a shot, again the odds on it were against you, because it was not the easiest to judge the cut angle. And that's how he's going to end up losing the rack. So Slim well and truly got let off the hook there. Well, this time something did go in. I don't know what it is yet, but I heard it go. It was the 5 ball. And Slim can now push his advantage here. Good pot in the 2 and 3. Get out of there clean. 4 ball is all in its own sum. And of course I'm going to state the obvious. There's no reason whatsoever a player of One Pocket Slim's level should not be out. He's got himself a wee bit straight in the 3 though, so he had to run forward. And now of course the big bailout VP4 escape route, just draw back down to the bottom of the table. Oh dear, that's a complete disaster. Why didn't he just bail out and come down? He tried to stun across to drop it into the side. I suppose that was one option, but the other safest option was just to bail out, draw into the countryside here. So this time it's One Pocket Slim that returns the favour, but once again not One Pocket, Cold as Pillow's found about the only place in the table to make things awkward. And of course if he cuts this in, he's got to think about the cue ball as well to get a shot in the 7. Now, if this is me, I'm cutting that in with left English and stunning it in, because I want to get to that rail and get around the corner and into the table. I'm stunning this in with a bit of left on it. He looks as if he's drawn out, and he's trying to tickle it in. Well, that's not what I would have done, because this is giving yourself far too much to do. I'd be trying to increase my odds. He's played the bank, he's got it, and this time he's got a nudge in the 8 that hasn't killed him for the run out. He's sort of got away with it. Well, in it goes, wipes its feet. So Cold as Pillow returns the favour, ties the match up. Well, that's the only thing there that just went wrong. Those two balls, the 1 and the 3, were running across one another, but of course I never even noticed that the cue ball had gone in. So that's a disaster. And Slim's got ball in hand here, but where's he potting this in? You can get it into the corner. 2 balls available. So, I mean, again, this table, where's the problem in getting out? He's going to be dropping the 3 ball back into this bottom left-hand corner. He's got the 4 into the right side pocket. All he has to make sure is that he's avoiding the bump in the 5. Now he can just tickle this in and drop through, or he can stand back and hold it like that, thereby avoiding running into the 5, but he's the wrong side. He's slightly the wrong, no he's not, he can pinch it. Yeah, he can just pinch it. Not hitting it directly into the centre of the pocket, so all is good. Oh dear, well, I've jinxed Slim there right away. I've jinxed Slim. He's left it hanging. Now, what the hell's happened with my asthma? Is he bottled out as well? Why are we seeing these forfeits? Christ, there's the other one. There's Eloquenti winning by forfeit. It's like a bloody disease. Well, Cold as Pillow gets a bonus there with that rack. Slim hanging up the 7. But Cold as Pillow comes up bone dry. And a horrible setup here. And I don't fancy Slim's shot, although you can go little spin in behind the back of this. But the thing is, you don't want to just stick there because you're going to get nailed if you don't. Yeah, well, is he going to be able to get away from there? Maybe not. Well, you know my philosophy, never quit. No matter how bad things are going, just stick with it to the end. Even if you are getting humiliated, just face it up like a man and then walk away and come back another day. That's my philosophy. You're getting a beating, take your beating. It's only a bloody game. Well, Slim should be ready to pounce here. The problem with the thin cut on the 1 onto the 4 is the cue ball. Well, he's deciding to try and run for cover. Well, That's a big distance to jump over that 5 ball, isn't it? A very big distance. You can go through the gap there and get a line and a hit on that 1 ball from there. That should be fairly straightforward to do. That looks about right enough. Oh, has he caught that 8 ball first there? Commentator's eye thinks he caught the 8 first. Yeah, I was right enough. Now that wasn't all that difficult. So, 1 pocket slim. And with the 4 ball been down over the pocket here, there's no problem getting in a 5. He just has to tuck this in and get to the rail and just roll down onto the 4 and get the cue ball nipped out. Well, he's letting the cue ball run unnecessarily, and when you do stuff like that, you end up doing that. Now that's a numpty shot of the night, and Slim knows it. If he had just rolled that cue ball onto the rail and just dropped to 4 and spun the cue ball out to there, he was home and dry. And that is not sensibly played by Slim, and he knows it. He knows it big time. He should be slapping himself round the back of the head after that shot, because it's unnecessary movement of the cue ball and spinning it up and doing that. You end up looking an umpty. Well, this hasn't gone through far enough, but he can go forward and come out. He's fine. Well, he's coming around the corner, and that'll do it. I would call that an unnecessary movement of the cue ball. That's what I would call that. Spinning it up and letting it run when the simple shot was there. So Cold as Pillow has the early lead. 3 racks to 1, ably assisted by 1 pocket slim, it has to be said, by shooting himself in the foot. And the 5 ball is gone on the break. And once again, if you're a 2,300 player with a table like this, there's no way on earth that you should not be getting out. He's left that short. He didn't go right through with the stroke there. He sort of just choked on it at the end there. Again, the philosophy of why not overhit it? Why not overhit it and finish up there? You're still fine because you can cut it in and come onto the 7 that way. But never leave it short. You're far better overhitting it. And like I said, he's got unnecessary movement of the cue ball, and now he's in trouble. So, 2 perfect examples of how to go about a good table and make a complete arse of it in the end from both players. And then the ultimate humiliation. Trying the hit, getting the hit, and then of course scratching anyway. You've got to laugh. So, 1 pocket slim is back in it, 1 behind. And it's as if the both of them want to keep one another in the match. And a couple of balls have gone in. 7 ball was one of them. What was the other one? Oh, the 6 and the 7. Again, the bedhead cut in the 1 ball. Watch the cue ball. Bye-bye. Here we go again. Swings and roundabouts here. Now, how can you mess up this table, Coldest Pillow? What can you do here to get this all to go wrong? Well, he's dead straight in the fourth, but you just got to kill this and come back an inch. Or is he, what's he trying to do? I'm not sure what he's trying to do. This is all sort of bail out and hope you get some sort of shape. So again, he's deliberately put it in like the awkward area to leave a blind pocket cut and make it as difficult as he can. Has recovered well. There is obviously a fair bit of sarcasm going on here in the commentary. Dear. But the 9 is comfortably off the rail, so you should just be flushing this in. Restore that 2-rack lead. Oh well, the cue ball was in the path of the 3 ball when it wanted to go across the table. The 3 ball bounced off it and went in. And Coldest Pillow, no shot. Just a push out. Well, I think let's have a look. That looks too inviting for Slim not to take this on. Oh, well, in the end it didn't quite have the legs, and even I think if it had the pace and caught that knuckle, maybe still a chance it could have went in, but Coldest Pillow decided to play the push. Slim decided to take on the challenge of the long combo. And the end result is Coldest Pillow's got a chance for a 5-2 lead here. And we've been playing for an hour and 13 minutes in tonight's tournament. And I'm beginning to go downhill. I can feel it coming on me. It's just coming over me like, I don't know how you would describe it, but it's just, I've just ran into the sleep wall, folks. It's, what, 8:13. And it'll be a gradual demise as the brain starts shutting down. Same old story every week. Well, now Coldest Pillow's got a 5-2 lead to defend. And there's that pattern with the 3 balls. The break, I think, is dry, though. I didn't hear anything go. Well, there's no doubt that this is a perfect opportunity to nail Coldest Pillow here. But Slim's gone all out again for the bank. And that too will certainly be on, but I don't think the 3 is it? Yes, it does go. And it comfortably goes past the 5, no problem there. But he managed to drop down on the short side. Now, we'll get the usual problem up top there with these 3 balls. That 4 ball probably doesn't get into the corner, or it generally doesn't, but it does this time. It's well away from the 9. But I think he's got himself bolt straight in the 3. In fact, tell a lie. Coldest Pillow hung the 3. Well, this isn't ideal. Trying a little billiard. Yeah, that was really dodgy and tricky, that shot. Well, you don't go over ambitious here, you just try and roll the 4-ball in and leave a shot on the 5. That's all you're really trying to do. And that's well played. That's all you do. Take your medicine, just make sure you do all you can to get the 4-ball in the hole. You're going to have a shot in the 5. Now he's the wrong side of the 6, but loads of room. Now, normally you could go 3 rails for this 8-ball, but that's not the course you would want to go this time, because you would have to get good to play the combo, because the 9's the blocker. That's the problem with the normal way you would want to play this 7-ball. And if he digs in to come off the rail and up the table and across, that side pocket comes into play doing that shot. The right side pocket. So he's just again taking his medicine, getting himself right side of the table to leave the longer cut. And this again, not a gimme. But I don't like to spend a lot of time looking at these. I like to have one glance, look at it, see the line and play the shot. No point in hanging about, overthinking it. And that's well played. And that was a good out there for Coldest Pillow. And a very strong lead now. 6 racks to 2. And Coldest Pillow, though, can't get the follow-up. Comes up dry. And Slim with no shot. Well, he's lining up the jump stick. Oh, it will go. It will go. Gaspard didn't think that one passed before. But it does go. But the question is where's the cue ball going? Oh, he's jumped over them. Would you believe it? That's what happened. I was talking about that earlier. Sometimes when you're playing a jump shot like that, you can end up over the back of the object ball that you're trying to hit. And that's sort of how that panned out in a way. The cue ball hit the ball he wanted to pot. It hit the 1 ball sort of on the top going forward that got the 1 ball with the momentum. But the cue ball still had more pace, so it beat the 1 ball to the pocket. But anyway, what it means is Coldest Pillow has a free go to seal this match. And the tricky shot is coming up right now, but there is the gap on the left side of the table to get to the 7. So as I say, tricky. It's all about just judging a reasonable pace. You need to really play that very badly not to have a shot in the 7. So, Coldest Pillow at the moment, once we have a look at this bracket, he's going to have probably the best chance at trying to take Spectre Dawn down. He's certainly got himself in the box seat at the moment, but commentators curse. He's done that and hung the 9. I've jinxed him again. And Slim survives for at least 1 more rack. Of course, Slim needs to follow it up. He needs a good table. He's got a ball, 2 balls gone. I don't know about this. Well, there is room, but there's not much room at all. I mean, the odds are very likely you're going to catch the 8 ball. We'll watch the cue ball, and that's another disaster. Slim get into the cue ball too much too soon. And ball in hand for Coldest Pillow. This 5 ball looks a bit tight though. Oh, that's well, it's not touching, but you've just got to get these flush again. You don't want to bump it into the rail too soon. Just held its line and off the jaw. So once again, up into the table or down into the table far enough for a simple shot in the 9. And that will do. So Coldest Pillow survives on the winner's side. 1 pocket slim. Over to the Madhouse. Coldest Pillow wins by 7 racks to 3. And we need an update here, so we do. Well, the bad news is, if you're a Brainful Out fan, Brainful Out's 5-0 down. Brainful Out getting the 6 ball. He can't get to the 6 ball with the look of it. And Spectre Dawn marching on to defend his title for the 4th week in a row. Coldest Pillow lies in wait. Is he going to be his next victim? Well, over on the 1 loss side, we've got the fight for survival going on. We've got 1 pocket slim waiting on the outcome of Bankster and Larry, and Bankster's on the hill. Let's get in there quick. And Bankster getting the 8 ball. So the win is imminent at the moment. Just this good cut in the 7, and he'll have a shot in the 8. And that is it. So Larry has had his chance, but this is where it all ends when this 8 ball goes in. The danger man with the handicap wins again. Bankster goes through by 4 racks to 2. So Bankster might be the one that has the best odds in his favour of taking down Spectre Dawn, provided that Bankster can survive all the way through this 1 loss side. And he's now just about to play Slim. We've got Eloquenti sitting there waiting in the loser of this. Is he waiting in the loser of that match? Yes, he is. He's waiting in the loser of the Spectre Dawn Brainful Out match. Well, we need to get into this room quick to see if we can jinx Spectre Dawn and give Brainful Out a bit of help. I'm afraid it does. The prospects don't look good, I'm afraid. I'm just wondering whether Brainful Out's had a shot. Well, I think I'll make sure you get a nice burial place, Brainful Out, after this match. Because Brainful Out doesn't look as if he's getting a sniff, or if he's had a sniff, he's not been able to do anything. I don't think he's had that many opportunities. That's my summary of what I'm seeing here. Well, this 9 ball again is a wee bit tight to the rail. It should be simple enough. At this angle it certainly should. Well, a whitewash for Spectre Dawn. He marches on, getting stronger and stronger towards this 4th week in a row. A 7-0 win for Spectre Dawn. And, well, all the pressure in the world in coldest pillow. We've got Bankster starting off against One Pocket Slim. We've got Eloquente just about to get underway with Brainful out. Now, what do we do? Do we go into that? But what's Bankster getting? He's getting a 5-ball against Slim. Do we watch that first and then go into this coldest? Do we want to go in and jinx coldest pillow straight away? I think we'll let him get warmed up, and then we'll come in and jinx him. Let's go into this match. So, Bankster is getting a 5-ball. Now, did I not see Bankster playing that with a jump cue there? I think he did. I think he played that with a jump cue there. Maybe it was just my eyes when we arrived in the room. Anyway. Well, he should be getting first blood here. This couldn't be any simpler. Drop the 4 in, get the cue ball out high enough for the 5. There we go. And again, something has gone. Oh, look at this 1 and 9. Oh, I thought they were going to marry up there. So what's gone? The 8-ball has gone. Well, that is not simple. You've got to overcut the 1, and he has played it. What a shot that was. I wish I had a replay for that, but I don't have that in XSplit Gamecaster. But what a quick way to win the rack there for Bankster. That was very well done. Well, the 1 ball tried to go into the left side, but the 2 balls got into the bottom right corner, and he is going to be hampered slightly, but he's got a cut in the 1. 3 ball right in the middle of the table, 4 ball available. And not a lot to do with the cue ball to get on that 5 ball into the side. So this is a rack winning shot here. If he can get this 1 in and have a shot in the 3, that would have been it. It should have been all over this rack. So Slim under a bit of pressure, 2-0 down. He's got a long bedhead cut in this 3 ball that has to go in. And never a doubt. And that needs to slow up, or it needs to keep rolling, one of the two. Well, just drop the... Well, that bump in the 7's not really helped his odds here. It's certainly not going into the side pocket. It's in the ugliest spot in the table, that 7 ball. You do not want the 7 ball sitting there. Suddenly this is really horrible. Loads of English to get right in behind it. Well, you couldn't have landed much better than that, but you've got to watch that knuckle. And that was well done. So Slim is going to be in the game, albeit it's going to be a short game, race to 4, or a short match I should say. But at least he's in it. Two ball, bottom right corner. And the cue ball just running on. This is sort of neither here nor there, this one ball. It does cut back into the side, but I mean, either way, I mean, you cut into the corner, you've got to avoid the scratch, but you're going to get into the cue ball and possibly run into that. Oh, that's very well done. He's checked it up again. Very well controlled by Slim. Slim's touches, well, most of the time it's pretty good. Once he gets his eye in. Right, well, provided he doesn't have a disaster here, he should be good to go to get the match squared up. Let's have a quick look at this hot seat match with Spectre Dawn. It is a handy, it's a scratch match, that hot seat match, and Spectre Dawn is off the mark. And meanwhile, Slim just finishing off rack number 4. One ball, I think the right side this time. Two ball is on. I think he's a bit straight though, so he's going to have to. Yeah, he's a bit too straight in this too. He's going to have to tweak this a bit. Try and get that cue ball out of there. Well, he could have done without the bump in the 8. If he hadn't had the bump in the 8, I think he'd have been okay. I mean, this is an extremely thin cut. The bank looks easier to me, banking it down into this corner. He's trying to duck for cover though. I don't know that he's got there though. I don't think he's got there. Oh dear. Well, a free go for Bankster, and of course Bankster just needs the 3 and the 4 and this 5, so there's no way he's not getting out here. Well, if you're going to play the safety, your odds have to be very good that you're going to get good on the safety. And Slim didn't quite get, just that wee bit too much juice in the cue ball that squirted out. And a free go for Bankster. Just the 3 balls to pot to get out there, and he's on the hill. Well, 7 ball did its best, but nothing's gone. And now Slim's at the table with a shot in the 1. Now he's got to check this in with a little bit of left. Maybe not too much, because you don't want to go too far. And he's going to have the 3-7 combo. So again, whatever you do, get yourself out so you can see the 3 ball one way or another. Oh, he's just got there. He's just got there and no more. Now here again, you've got this problem that plays in your mind when you're playing this shot. If you just stop it there, you're guaranteed a sight in the 4, just like that. Don't start running the cue ball for no reason when the shot's already on. So these remaining balls to go hill. And, well, you'd expect this to win, but watch the 9 ball. Yeah, play it well safe. Because that cue ball always wanted to head across towards the 9 ball. Well, here we go. The battle for survival. Slim breaking for the match. And I don't think there's any joy there, but look at the 2 and 8. One ball is on. That's going to have to be made. And apart from the fact that the one ball is not a gimme. Oh, well. The path the cue ball was taken. If he just hit it a wee bit harder, that 8 ball would have gone in. But he's missed the one. Now is Slim going to try and cut that one back onto the 8, or is he trying to run for cover? He certainly doesn't want to cut the one up the table and try and bring the cue ball over to the 8. Well, he's played the bank, killed the cue ball, stone dead. What a shot that was. That was a great shot. Quick look. And it's 2-1 to Spectre Dawn at the moment. And that match will be joining that, of course, as soon as this rack's over. Well, right now, Slim has the outcome of this in his own hands here, but odds-on favourite to be taking out the most dangerous man in VP4 with a handicap. Now, he's again he wants to stun into this 9 ball, I think, if he can. No, he's actually stunned it square, so that's fine. Now, what does he do? I mean, if he goes a fair bit inside and gets there to the rail quick, he can get out. He'll be leaving this at a distance and probably more of an angle than he would like. Doing that. He's coming back the other way, I think. No, he is going that way. Now this needs to, see, it needs to open out. The problem with it not opening out means that you've got the thinner cut in the 7. And you've really got to get up and down. He's checking this up. This is making it more difficult. And that's what happens when you do that. He's trying to be cute. Again, why not just cut it and let the cue ball run up and down? And he's just sold out there to Bankster. Trying, I mean, that's far too difficult. Played a soft stroke like that with loads of English, because it's so easy to tweak that cue ball too much. And he gifted it to Bankster in the end. So Bankster's through, Slim goes home, and we will get straight into that hot seat match. And my voice is beginning to crack up again. I can feel it beginning to go. I need a drink. Well, Coldest Pillow was actually 3-1 down. He just got it back to 3-2. And his break has given him the 5 and the 8. He's got the thin cut in the 1, and he's got a great table to square the match here. Well, he's got to watch how much he's getting into this cue ball here. He's well away from the side pocket. And now it's about controlling the cue ball down onto this 4. Got a good enough angle in the 3, cutting it back slightly, but that's still better than not having anything at all. Watch the scratch. Oh dear. The art of how to give it away in a rack. That's chapter 2 right there for Coldest Pillow. And that's a gift. And a big swing in the hot seat match. A big 2-rack swing right there in front of your eyes. self-inflicted damage as well, which is even more annoying. So in a match that should have been 3 apiece, it's now 5-2, sorry, 4-2. An hour and 41 minutes we've been in the tournament. Well, Spectre Dawn can't believe his luck there. He has already got himself into a strong position. And now looking on his break, extending that. He's certainly got a ball in the break. 6 ball has gone. And now we've got a little fancy 3-ball combo. Certainly it's going to be hard pushed to be comboing that one though. With the 2 and 5. But he's content to give it a go. He's in a good line to play this combo. He's again got to cut that 2-ball across the 5. He's just looking at the hit point. And what a gap there is. Yeah, he's overdone it. Ended up getting the 5-ball hit too thin, but look at where the cue ball's finished. Oh dear. Coldest pillow, we're well chuffed at that, but he's got a line to go up and down and hit the 2. He's got the line to get there. I don't know that that's it. That's going too wide, is it not? Or is he checking the cue ball up? That looks as if it's going to hit the long rail too soon here doing that. And Eloquenti's taking out Brainful out 4 racks to 1. I'm not convinced that that's the line. See, that was always going to get to the long rail far too soon, that angle. He's not picked a line there at all. You can see that sitting back here looking. He was way off the mark. When you're over that side, you've got to be near the middle diamond when you're playing that up and down kick. Because at the open angle, he was playing it with a more open angle. And to me, the cue ball was always going to hit the long rail, like the 3rd diamond up, which is pretty much where it ended up going. So, I mean, it was still an opportunity to escape there. Any sort of hitting that 2-ball that was going to go in. But now, Coldest Pillow's going to, if he's going to get out of this, he's going to have to be made to do it the hard way. That's definitely it. He might not be getting another shot. That might have been his last shot. But whatever happens, unless Spectre Dawn has a brain fart, he's going to be 5-2 up this time. Now that needs to just slow up, because that's now gone to that awkward spot. It's one of those awkward blind cutbacks. But again, very rarely does he mess them up. So now the question is asked, will Coldest Pillow have another shot in this match? Well, the thing is, if you're going to beat Spectre Dawn, the one thing you have to be having in your game is eliminating unforced errors. You have to be playing at a high level and a consistent level, regardless of whether you're getting a handicap or not. Because that'll take care of itself. What you've got to be doing is playing it tight and sensible potting, not scratching, and taking whatever opportunity you get to make the most of it. Well, this time Spectre Dawn trying to jump escape there, I think, and he's given it back to Coldest Pillow with a table that is ripe for the picking. And I think he's again just got himself, well, he's got an angle, he should be fine. Just got to watch the cut down the rail. Don't get it to the rail too soon. Well, that he's bottled out there, I'm afraid. He's bottled out big time. Trying to get too cute. Yeah, you can tweak that cue ball around at 5. I don't know whether you even need to do that, but you can certainly get enough of the 3 ball to pot it. But Spectadon doesn't fancy it, he's fancy kicking it in. And look at where the cue ball's coming. Perfect. Well, that was again another unforced error there for Coldest Pillow. He really bottled out in that shot. He was trying to get too cute and didn't commit himself either way. And this is all adding nails to his own coffin. This is capitulating. And that's the one thing, it's a top priority that you cannot be adding to your own demise. You've got to make Spectadon work for it. But when you start doing unforced mistakes where he's not even involved in the process, then you're doomed to failure. So here we are, Spectadon on the hill. Needing one more rack to get to his 4th Friday night 9-ball final in a row. And going for his 4th Friday night 9-ball title in a row. 6 balls good in as well, amongst others. And a shot in the 1. The 2 is widely available. Up table, so this is a shot. Get anywhere decent on the 2 and this match is over. And that, look at that for a bump in the 7 that cuts the 2 half ball, and he's sitting plumb in the 2 just to dink it in and hold off for the 3 so he doesn't hook himself behind the 7. And it is all over. It's hasta la vista. Coldest Pillow's heading over to the madhouse. But who's going to survive? Well, the one big danger man with the handicap has gone. Bankster's gone home. And somehow Eloquenti's still in it. I'm surprised he still survived. Unless he started to get his head screwed on in the other matches that he's played. He wasn't all that impressive in what we saw earlier on. So just the final formalities here for Spectadon. And then he'll have another little break while he waits to find out who's going to come and try and pinch the title from him. So in goes the 9. It ain't all over for Coldest Pillow, but if he's going to do it, he's going to have to do it the hard way. He's going to have to survive, and then if he gets another go at Spectadon, he's going to have to exact revenge on him. Big ask. So here we go. There we have confirmation. Spectadon through again into the final. Just has to sit and relax and wait to see who's going to get there. And meanwhile, Bankster I thought Bankster had gone home. I forgot. He got through in the final rat decider against Slim. My bad. Apologies to Bankster. He's playing a scratch match with Eloquenti right now, so let's get into that. That tells you again I'm half asleep. The brain doesn't. The brain just does not function to whatever potential I do have at this time of night. Well, this one ball looks pretty tight in this bottom rail. Well, that's a great shot, a great attempt. So we've got a mess with the 7 ball and the 8 ball locked up. And the 6 ball isn't exactly all that accessible unless you've got the cue ball where it is right now. Well, Bankster had a go at the long 2-9 combo. That was certainly ambitious. But look at what he's got away with here. He's left nothing for Eloquenti. Where the hell's Eloquenti from? Croatia. You would have thought that was like, I forgot Bankster's from Kuwait, but you'd have thought that would have been like Eloquenti, could have been like Mexican or from one of the South American countries. He's still slamming at balls. Well, is he going to have the good sense? Yeah, he's just running the cue ball and basically hoping he gets there. Like, you know, this is going to fluke the 9, is he? No. And having a smack at the 5. With it running, anything could have happened. Now, what does Bankster do? I mean, he can cut the 5 down into the pocket, but he's going to have to work the cue ball to be able to see the 6 if he does that. He's going to have to work it big time. Well, I think he tried a sort of 2-in-1 shot there. Tried to nip across and just tuck that 9 ball in. Well, that works. Oh, Bankster's got no shot in the 1. Giving it a kick. And getting a nice little roll. Well, Bankster's got an opportunity to put Eloquenti in a whole lot of trouble here. He's on 1 foul. And with this cluster of balls sitting as the way they are, well, he's going to go for this 1-9 combo. The problem with this is if he's playing this at a pace, this 1 ball can break open balls. And now, of course, he's flipped to 1. Would you believe it? Oh dear. He's flipped to 1. It just brushed off the cue ball. And then it went. And he tried to stun down to bump the 9 in again. Well, he's going all over the place here. And this 4 ball it's going to be difficult to get to. Not only that, the problem with the three is he's trying to cut it back to the 9. He's played that very well. Well, that's a good escape. And that squares it up at 2 apiece. If you get the bottle to try and survive for revenge on Spectre Dawn, and if you get to Spectre Dawn again, are you going to be able to get to 9 before him, Coldest Pillow? No pressure, by the way. But regardless of that, you're still going to have to overcome a handicap in a race to 4 that you're giving away to whoever you play here. That's the problem. I think you should be more scared about this match than facing Spectre Dawn again. Put it that way. You know, playing the winner, whoever wins this. I'd be more worried about that than actually ending up in the final. There we go, running it loose again. Well, if you're Bankster, this you like to see Eloquenti doing what he's doing, just having a bang at stuff. You would encourage him all the more to be doing stuff like that, because 9 out of 10 times it's never going to work for you. Okay, you can get lucky now and again and fluke 1 or 2, but it ain't going to give you success. Well, Bankster, 1 away from taking out Coldest Pillow in the next match, provided he overcomes Eloquenti in this one. And Bankster, the 2 ball has gone in. Oh, he hasn't hit that at all. Giving Eloquenti a free shot here, but he'll be blasting this in. Well, he had to blast it to get the cue ball running from where he was sitting, and he's ended up pretty good. Now, the question is this common sense going to prevail here? And can he hold himself together? Now, again, he's running the cue ball. That's a pretty clueless way to be playing. Running the cue ball and just hoping to get lucky. That's exactly what this is all about. It is not impressive. And eventually you do daft stuff like that. So Bankster has got it all too easy with ball in hand. 9 ball is up on this top rail as we look, but I don't think it's on the rail. I think it's comfortably. Oh, aye, it's fine. And this is a situation where Bankster doesn't want to overthink things here. He just has to get the cue ball out and up into the table. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible for a start. That's neither here nor there. And suddenly, in the art of how can we make life difficult for ourselves? Well, we do stuff like this. And you end up overcutting the 7 and hanging it and whatever. I mean, that is just crazy. You know, he's looking at 4 balls on the table. He knows he has to pot them, and the first thing he does is make a complete hash of the first shot. Get the cue ball out into the table, and you're on the 7 ball into this bottom right-hand corner. And Eloquente's fairly fortunate, although I think the 7 still cuts, but now it's hung again, and Eloquente's got a chance to take it all the way. Watch the cue ball. This is going to be down below. Well, it's actually a perfect line to roll this in and run forward. There you go. Well, as long as he doesn't bash this in and run loose with the cue ball, he should be taking it all the way, but you never know with this guy. And here we go. Eloquente to break off for the match. Five ball is gone. 1 ball's a simple enough cut into the side, around the 2 rails, into the gap between the 8 and the 4. And again, he's hammering it for absolutely no reason whatsoever. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the bathroom. I've seen enough of this crap. Well, what's happened is he's suddenly seen common sense here and a chance to win and decided to use his head a bit here, Eloquente. It's looking like it. Well, this is the one more tricky shot to get this cue ball out for the 8. Well, this is This is taking so long because he's devoid of ideas as to how he's going to get to this 8-ball. And in the end, you end up doing that because you're not sure what to impart in the cue ball to try and get it into a favourable position. And then ends up just hitting and hoping. Now, I've probably seen Eloquenti in the past. It's been that long that I can't remember when. But with the greatest respect to him, these are not the type of people that I want to be watching in Friday Night 9-ball. And I don't think many viewers, the viewers that I do have, want to watch them either, because they're never going to achieve anything doing that at the end of it. It might get them through a couple of matches, but in the end they're going to always get found out. So Bankster survives when Eloquenti had a good chance of taking him down. So the final rack decider now gives us what we will call the semi-final match between Coldest Pillow and Bankster. Race to 4, and Coldest Pillow will be giving away weight to Bankster, which is very dangerous. The room is up and we'll get in. Inspector Don lies in wait in tonight's final. We've just gone 2 hours and 7 minutes. We've got Bankster on the right for the lag, and of course Bankster again getting that 5-ball. Very dangerous 5-ball that is. I'll have another quick drink because the voice is just trying to, it's getting irritable. The throat is getting irritable again. It's drying out. Well, that's a great cut. Sends the 1-ball onto the 5. And boom, 1-0. Blink and you miss it. And look, the 9-ball's going in, so that'll come back up. But no real shot in the 1 at all. Well, the danger with the push out up the table is it's so easy to stick you on this 6-ball. Or is it? Let me have a look, because he's going to be queuing over the 9-ball. Well, it isn't so easy now that you look at it from that point of view. It's far from it. Although the 1-ball does cut if you're ambitious enough. It'll cut into both corner pockets, but that's horrible. Queuing over the 9. Well, that's a bit heavy. That 1-ball's going to tweak out a wee bit. I think it's still okay, but the cut down the rail is certainly on. And Bankster's up for it, but he's, what did he fluke into the side there? I don't know what he knocked into the side. Was it the 4-ball? Wow. And he's sitting plumb in the 1-ball. Well, the one thing Bankster doesn't need getting a 5-ball is a run of the ball as well. Not if you're Coldest Pillow, he doesn't. But the way it's rolling at the moment, he just needs to stun the 3 in, bounce out for the 5, and he's 2-0. This is where Bankster's at his most dangerous. Given, you know, he's getting a handicap and it's a race to 4, and the handicap happens to be the 5-ball. You know, you are really up against it if he's getting breaks like this. Although he hasn't got any clean shot in the 1. He'll be doing his damnedest to try. I don't think he's got enough angle to get out of there to actually cut that 1 in. So Coldest Pillow comes to the table. Not a very inviting shot here. I mean, yes, he can pot the one. The 2 ball, let's have a look. I mean, you can certainly get to the 2 ball, but the cue balls want to go behind the 2 and 7. And he's trying to hope for the combo. Well, it's not set, but he's got a shot at it. No, he's trying to duck. Oh, again, touched like a sledgehammer. Far too heavy. And it's given Bankster a free shot here in this 2 ball. Oh no, he hasn't got into it enough. Left it short onto the long rail. I'm sure he could pot that. But as it is, he's left it perfectly safe. Now, the danger here is trying to double kiss the 2 to get away from the 2. The problem is you're more likely to bring the 2 ball into play. I think you're far better trying to kick this in. And he's going to hit it too far to the left side. You know, I think that was still it was the more aggressive shot. You're probably going to sell out doing it, but I think it was far better than trying to play the double kiss. So anyway, cold as pillow, 2-0 down, bit of pressure on here. At least he's got rid of Bankster's money ball. And this is a shot to get good in the 7. He's overcooked it. Again, a pressure shot in this 7. Oh, just caught the right knuckle. And, well, it's right in the pocket. So Bankster needs to get out of there, which he has done. And it's going to be 3-0. Commentator's curse. He's completely choked in the 8 ball as well. And cold as pillow. Dead and buried. 3-0 down. And suddenly he's only 1 behind. Two ball goes in. 1 ball does have a path between the 5 and 6. Pretty certain it does. Yeah, the problem with that cut angle is the cue ball always wanted to more or less finish on top of the 4. And this is fairly flush, this 4 ball. Again, the 6 ball is a hindrance where it's sitting. This is judging the 2 rails here to be able to see the 5. Well, he's got the spin going and he's certainly going to see the 5. He needs to go off the rail. And that needs to get out further. Well, this will only go wrong with a scratch, but he's left it way short this time. Keeping the cue ball well away from that top left-hand corner. But he's not keeping it away from the bottom left-hand corner. Oh dear, he has shit himself there, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you, he touched cloth right there with that shot. I can guarantee that. Yeah, his heart stopped. But he nearly evacuated his bowels there a second ago, I'll tell you that. But as it is, he's back all square. Ball in the break was a 3 ball, but he's going to be ducking for cover here. Now this, if he gets the hit right, well, he's just not going to have the length in the cue ball, though. I mean, if you're going to play that shot, you've got to get the length of the cue ball, and that's pretty poor, because he's asking for trouble leaving it like that. Because Bankster's going to do that. Now, he's going to have to either come up with a combo here or duck for cover. You just never know with Bankster. He's probably comboing this because obviously the 5 ball's his money ball. He's going to give it a go. Oh no. Well, I'm very surprised, and in the end he's made a complete hash of that. You know, like I say, if you don't commit to play the combo and you're going to play a safety, then you have to come up with a safety. You can't just sell it out in a plate like this. Well, again, you know, that was it really necessary to do that? You just had to get the cue ball out. Right then, coldest pillow. 1 rack away for a revenge match with Spectre Dawn. 3 ball has gone in. A very thin cut and the one up the rail. But again, trying to play and duck for cover, but he's not hit it, and that's a poor safety. So Bankster, well, should just nip back off this 4 ball and play the 5. Do you want to run through? He should just be nipping. Well, he is running through, but he's got to run through high enough, and that'll do, as long as he doesn't hook himself behind the 6. So that poor safety from Coldest Pillow has now put things in a knife edge. Final rack, decider. And there's that pattern with the 3 balls. But something has gone in the break. And that was a 3 ball. Now, the 2 ball does go into the corner. It's a bit tighter, but it does go into the corner or that side pocket. Well, you can certainly spin off the one and send it down onto this bottom rail here and run the cue ball up table. You've got 3-4 balls up table to try and get behind. And all he's done is nudged the one into play and left Bankster with a shot, which he's made a complete mess of it. So this, again, one of these sort of neither here nor there, not good either way you look at it shots. These are horrible. And it's not exactly simple to play a safety off this either. He's trying to run it around the back. Use that line of balls. He's got the pace right this time. That's a better effort from Coldest Pillow. But Bankster can spin this up and get the hit in the one. Oh, he's fluked it. Would you believe it? He's fluked the one. Problem is now that the attempted bank on the 2 is blocked by the 7 into the side. And again, that's a bloody terrible shot from Bankster. Really, really bad. I mean, he's trying to be far too cute and delicate, trying to draw that cue ball to the 6. I mean, that is so difficult to execute that with any great deal of control. And again, he's probably sold out the match doing that. In fact, he definitely has. Rapidly going downhill here, folks. I think Coldest Pillow's the only person that's actually typed in the chat, apart from Bedhead, about an hour and a half ago. Is there anybody actually out there watching this? Because I don't have any way of monitoring how many people are on tonight, because I'm not using Broadcaster. But I don't know who the hell's out there, if there's anybody watching. Right, there we go. So a big sell out there from Bankster in the end. So he's run his course in the tournament, and again he's come out with a profit. But now we have the revenge match, the final. It's all in Coldest Pillow's hands, no pressure, to try and prevent Spectre Dawn winning Friday night 9-ball for the 4th time in a row in a race to 9. Bearing in mind that in the hot seat match, Coldest Pillow was beaten fairly comfortably 7 racks to 2, so it's a big ask. And let's hope Spectre Dawn's a bit keen to get into this match and get it over with, because I want to get to bed. Now, am I out of sync? I think I am. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Let's get in. I'm asking a question. What the hell's going on? Why is the cue ball going up that end of the table? What the hell's going on here? This has got me totally confused. Because I'm keeping thinking I'm out of sync. Oh, that one. Well, the thing is when I looked at you, the line was not right at all. You were always going to the long rail far too soon. That's a better line. That's actually the perfect line. And that would have just nudged that ball into the hole. Where the hell's Spectre Dawn? Get in, for goodness sake, and get on with it. This is what annoys me. I'm desperate to get to bed. He's trying to drag this on to well past 10 o'clock. I mean, we're already 9:26. Let's get it started and get it going. Right, so no handicap. And if you're cold as pillow, yeah, this queue's doing funny things here. Look at this. We'll get all sorts of weird shit going on here. At the end of it all, Spectre Dawn has won the lag. Well, if I was cold as pillow, I'd be sitting there with a pen and paper and just marking down a notch every time you make an unforced error, and then counting them up during the end of the match, because you have to be making no unforced errors if you can, if you're going to put pressure on Spectre Dawn. Spectre Dawn's break gave him the 2 ball. Didn't give him a shot, but he's played a push out, which is really poor, because he's left a cut on. Well, Coldest Pillow's passed it back to Spectre Dawn, which has got me even more bloody confused, because he's left a cut on. I mean, he's calling Spectre Dawn's bluff, and he's either going to cut this or bank it. Well, what's to stop him cutting this in? I mean, that cuts in every day of the week. Obviously, where the 3 ball's sitting, it isn't particularly great, but at least if you get the 1 ball, you can you've got the opportunity to come up with a half decent safety on that 3 ball. So I don't know why either player didn't go for the cut. You've got no control of the table with the 1 ball, but you've got control of the table with the 3 if you'd put that 1 ball in the hole. The opportunity was there with the 5 and 9 balls sitting close together. Well, Spectre Dawn's now got Coldest Pillow in trouble. He's got the hit, brought the 1 ball into play, and the 1 ball clearly passes that 8. Is that the 8 ball or the 4 ball up there? I can't see. It's the 8 ball. Now there's 2 ways to play this. You can just let this cue ball run out around the corner now, so that you can actually just see the 3, or you could slam the 1 in and try and stun into the 9 and 5. But he's actually played it as soft as he can, so he can pop it up the table. I mean, it probably get off. No, it won't, because it won't go past the 5. Now, is he trying to play the pot, or is he trying to just nip behind the 5 and 9? No, he's gone all out for it.